Good afternoon. My name is Nicoma Morjo. I'm giving a presentation for SYM-408, Relational Databases for Business Application, Week 6 Homework, Build Analysis Solution using Power BI. Power BI is the business analytics platform provided by Microsoft. This tool can be used by developers, report creators, and casual business users to connect, share, and visualize information across the organization. In this presentation, I'll demonstrate the ability to load relational star schema into Power BI, build visualizations that support business situational awareness, and create a calendar table using DAX to support time intelligence analysis. These visualizations are constructed. Date dimension are being presented as though they were being used for operational insight. In the data model, we're going to be using our Canyon Retail Operations database. It contains 4 dimensions: the calendar, customer, product, and store, and one fact table, the facts sales. The dimensions and the facts draw information from other areas within the database to put together one shared image of truth in the facts sales table. So we're going to take the data model, and then we're going to use Power BI. We're going to import it into Power BI, and we're going to come out with several different bar graphs that are a lot easier for the layperson to understand. First bar graph we make is the units sold by product, and this bar graph will show the units sold per product name, and what it provides us, it gives us it helps us to identify top selling products. We can use this information in a lot of various different ways. We can adjust our marketing strategies, adjust our supply chain strategies based upon high and poor performing products. Also, it can help us in terms of our supply chain and negotiating with vendors on pricing for individual pieces. Our next bar graph is units sold by year, and here gives us a trends analysis over time, year over year in this case, but it can be adjusted to be more granular. We'll talk about that later when we get into the DAX table. What this provides us, it provides us a growth or decline year on year for specific units, specific products. This visual shows the aggregate of units sold by year, showing the sales period of time, and highlights the effectiveness of marketing. It may be used to highlight the effectiveness of marketing campaigns, and when products may be purchased seasonally. This allows us, of course, to make decisions based upon pricing, supply management, vendor. Once again, it can help us in negotiation with vendors specifically, and it also can help them. It can help managers. It can help managers make decisions based upon their marketing strategies. Next, we have units sold by region. This is a graph of performance by store region, and what it really shows us is regional sales patterns. Some things in Chicago may not sell the way they do in Detroit, or in a more macro way of looking at it. Items sold in the desert may not be best sold in Vail, Colorado in the ski season. This allows us to understand when things are being. This helps us to understand where things are being sold, and where things are in demand and where things aren't in demand. It allows us to shape our marketing strategy and our supply chains, and of course, as always, vendors. Then we have units sold by region and vendor. This is zooming in a little bit more on what specifically is selling where. Things may sell in Chicago that don't sell in Detroit, or vice versa. And it just helps us to have knowledge of what is being sold in specific places. It doesn't make sense to sell things that are not performing within that region, and it allows managers to make decisions based upon that, from supply chains to quantity to stock. Lastly, we can do a DAX calendar table feature extraction. We can actually zoom in and zoom out on the time dimension of sales, and it allows us to look at what we can go all the way down to what sold at 11 p.m. on January 5th. We may not go all the way down that way, but it shows us what we're capable of doing as far as looking at trends analysis. Skis, for instance, probably don't sell in July unless they're water skis. And camping gear doesn't sell in February in Montana. So it allows us to look at when things are selling, and will help us reduce waste by stocking things that just aren't going to be going for that period of time. So Power BI is a powerful, pun intended, tool that allows us to take information that is in a relational database or other places, in fact, and gives it to the stakeholders and decision makers. And although we've shown you 4 different ways and a calendar here in this demonstration, we can take information from varying different points and provide it in the way that is needed for decision makers and developers to produce the information for those who need it. We have shown the ability to load our database into Power BI, build relevant visualizations, and create a calendar using DAX. The resulting bar charts provide information that is critical to managers and business environments. This information can display the health of an organization, where and when to focus efforts and resources, and capture when products are over or underperforming. Calendars help us enhance those efforts by supporting time intelligence features for deeper analytical work. These capabilities demonstrate how Power BI can transform raw data into actionable information for stakeholders. Thank you for your time.